Recording? Okay, rightio mate. So, what we got is we've got an NBC110 Postie. And I've done the timer chain yesterday. And I just want to see what power it makes, and I've changed the front sprocket. I've changed it to a 15 tooth front sprocket from a 14. I had a look at the air cleaner, and the air cleaner breathes through a little hole like this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it in the dyno, and we're just going to do a baseline and see what it makes standard. I mean, we can go out the road and test it and see what top speed it gets, but this is going to be the true reading. Then I'm going to pull the airbox off and give it a power run, and then I'm going to modify the airbox and see what it makes then. And then I'm going to go out the road and see what top speed it does. So I've set the dyno up to a ramp rate of 80. I haven't got it in shootout mode because it is a Postie bike, but this is just for comparisons. So I'll turn the fans on and give it a run and see what power it makes. Okay, so that run was done in second gear, so our torque's going to be multiplied quite a bit, but that's just a baseline horsepower at the rear wheel. So what we'll do now, we'll pull out the airbox and give it another power run. So we'll give it a run with the airbox out. Because the airbox has only got a tiny little hole in the back of that. Just let the air in. So I'm sure it has benefits of shutting up the engine. Hey, shit. I mean, whoops. But, you want power. You want power, mate. I haven't taken the bike off the dyno either because they can alter readings sometimes when you put the bike on a different way or let it come out of the rear roller. Can you film there, mate? I'm going to pull this out. Oops. Reckon I'll make a heap more power, mate? Do you reckon I'll make a heap more power?
Not too much more, not a lot more, but a bit more.
We'll find out. Last screw. It'll be louder on the intake.
Yeah.
You hear the engine more. Right, so there's the air cleaner. So if you fit, can you see in there? Hang on. So in there, shine a light on there, mate. So in there, this is where it breathes, through that little hole there, which is like a reverse question mark. And this is your air cleaner, and that's where the air comes in. So basically that sits that way, and that sits, oops, that way on the bike. So air comes into a tiny little hole here, comes along here, back into the housing, around, back through there, then goes through the air cleaner into here, and that's where the bike breathes. So not much airflow. Alright, I'll give it a run now, mate. Alright, so we'll give it another power run and see if it makes more power. So the power's come up a little bit. If we rescale that, yeah, so we've got a bit more power out of it just by pulling the air cleaner out. So now what we'll do is we'll modify the air box and then we'll put it back together. Righto, so what we'll do, we'll take the front cover of the air box and using a step drill, we'll drill a hole in there and a hole in there. So when it's in the bike, it won't get water in there, but it'll just allow more airflow. Pretty big hole there. I'm going to drill one on this side here. Alright, I'll just tidy that up with a deep burr. Yep, I have to use a deep burr. Alright. There's one there. There's another one there. So those holes are pretty perfect. And that's sort of basically double the amount of air that lets in from the factory little hole, which is there. Now 3 times as much air now. Cool. Stop it. Come on. It's going to be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon, mate?
I reckon it'll be better than it was.
I reckon it'll be wheeling machine now. Might have to fit a snorkel to it.
Maybe. Fit 2 little snorkels from the side holes that you made.
Yeah. I'll take it for a ride after this and see if it does top speed.
Yep.
Better than before.
And we can do a little montage of you riding it.
Montage?
Yeah.
Like Team American montage?
I don't know. Just montage. Getting a good view of the Postie bike.
Where's that light, mate? You got that light?
Yeah. There you go.
Right, so just film in there, so you can see the little hole on that side.
Yeah.
And then film the other side, so you can see the hole in there.
And we got.
Alright, I'll give it a run, see how it makes.
Okay.
So we'll just put here, airbox, mod. Alright. Alright mate, let's give it a run.
Yep. Fans are on.
Alright, we'll have a look at that. So 7.4, so it's dropped off a little bit here, but it's actually picked up slightly more power and torque in this mid-range here, which is good. It's good. Alright, I might take it on the road and see what the top speed is now. Keep in mind, this is only filmed in second gear, so third and fourth are going to be different. This isn't a true torque figure, obviously, because you've got gear modification, sprocket modification, all the rest of it, but this is what it's making at the wheel's power, and this is basically tractive effort, not foot-pounds of torque at the flywheel. It's measured torque at the roller. Turn her off, mate. I just went for a ride. It definitely has a lot more top end in top gear. It doesn't sort of just labour and hold there. But I'm just going to recap on final figures. Stock, air cleaner out, and airbox modified. So this would be, oops. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's stock. Then we've got air cleaner and airbox front removed. Sorry, it's just a bit hard to film this and hold the camera at the same time. And then we've got airbox modified, which was the final run. So yeah, so through here made a little bit more, but we're talking chalking. There's nothing in it really, and lost a little bit right up the top here at peak, and I think that was 7.4 or something. Yeah, 7.4 horsepower, and that's at the wheels in second gear. On a Dynamics dyno, not in shootout mode, air temperature compensations are correct, and just at a ramp rate of 80 with no inertia correction. One thing I didn't like about it is when you're sort of wide open throttle cruising along, you can hear it sort of thumping through the airbox a bit more. So I've taped up one side and it seems to be a little bit better, but it doesn't affect the power whatsoever. So if I was doing it again, I'd only drill a hole in one side, not in both sides of the airbox.